Welcome to the Tack Up and Ride with Me Tack Room Chat podcast. So now Tack Room Chat has become a podcast. So very warm welcome. We're still going to broadcast live into the Tack Up and Ride with Me community Facebook group, but then this will be broadcast out so that you can listen to it as a podcast as well. So we're really excited today. I'm here with Claire.
Hi guys.
And we are in our tack room. We will be busy cleaning our tack as we have our chat. So today we're going to be talking about our trials and tribulations and challenges of moving into winter and how we are managing. So Claire, how are you getting on with winter? What's one of the biggest challenges you've faced with your horses?
The wet ground, really.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing at the moment, especially with the snow. Wasn't the snow and ice terrible?
Yeah.
So obviously feeding more hay, trying to keep everything manageable.
Yeah.
We are quite lucky in the fact that we can have our horses in a big shed and they can come in and out as they please. So that does help, although it is still really muddy. And damp at the moment as well. Everything's so damp and sticky. Nothing dries. The bed stays wet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bit miserable at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
and even trying to get out to ride.
Yeah,
wet, horrible.
Yeah, so we've definitely had some days where we haven't been able to ride snow and ice, and then there was Storm Bert, and then I think we had another windy day. So those have been big challenges. But one thing I've learned that I think I've come to recognise over the years is that you do have to embrace the winter because we've got no choice.
No,
we've got no choice, and it is kind of about finding hacks that help you.
Yes.
And things that help you. So one thing that's really helped me that I'm very lucky about is that I've taken my horses out of their paddock and I've put them in a turnout pen, and it's eliminated the mud, which has made a big difference. And it's not as good because they're not getting the same turnout, but at least they can go out and at least it's not muddy.
One thing I've done this year is, the big like dumpy bags that you get like tons of sand in and stuff.
Yeah.
Using those for hay.
Yeah.
So what we do is we got a big hay bales, we chuck what we need in the big dumpy bag, and then we can take those through to feed the horses, which saves on kind of mess getting left behind a trail. As you're pushing the wheelbarrow, you've got a trail of hay behind you.
Yeah.
By using these bags, it's kind of keeping everything confined. It's been great, really, especially because my mum was having to feed the horses in the snow while I was at work. And it just made life easier for her. So I find that was quite a good idea, really. One of my more genius ones.
Yeah. And then do you fill them into hay nets?
Yes, we've got either a kind of a hay feeder, or into the hay nets. Depending on, they tend to have hay nets at night.
Yeah.
And the feeder during the day.
Yeah. So another challenge that I've faced is my horses are 17 and then I've got a pony who is 25 and she is struggling to eat hay.
Oh yeah.
So she is eating a little bit of hay. So I've had to think about what I'm feeding her. So at the moment we are trialing senior chaff, which is short chopped chaff, and grass nuts. So I'm giving her sort of half a bucket of soaked grass nuts as her hay net, really. So instead of giving her a hay net, that's what she's getting. So I'm just trialing that now to make sure that she does eat it all and actually her body condition stays okay and she's not dropping too much weight.
Yeah, I need to get the dentist out as well. Yeah, it's one of the jobs that's on my list of things to do that hasn't happened yet. But that is one thing that I need to do.
Yeah. So I have had the pony checked, and I think it is just sort of the aging process. So we're trying to do the best that we can. She's brilliant on grass. She's absolutely fine on grass. So her incisors and her front teeth, she's good at nibbling that grass and scoffing it down. It's the grinding of the hay that she finds more difficult. So that's the challenge that we're facing at the moment. So, and what about rugs? Because we've had some cold days and then we've had some warm days.
So the other day I got them in, they were sweating because they still had their thick rugs on, but I quickly kind of changed it. So at the moment, because they need a clip again, so they are, and it's warm, although it can be cold, but as I say, they can get in the shed, so they are in a no-fill rug, because they've only got kind of a very slight kind of trace clip at the moment, but once I clip them out again, because even their clips kind of grown back, so once I clip them out again, I will be putting the thicker rugs on. But in the really cold weather, yeah, they had the kind of a medium fill. Don't like to over rug too much.
No.
Because I say, you know, we got them in the one day and they were obviously sweating. So I'd rather them be a little bit cold than
that's it. And they're not
too hot.
Not fully clipped out.
No,
they've just sort of had a trace.
It's kind of Irish type clip. Yeah, that sort of thing. Variation
taking the
of
bottom of the neck and the belly off.
So because they're not in a huge amount of work, so they don't think they need a full clip or anything too much. So yeah, that's where we've gone with that one. So yeah, and as I say, just don't like to over rug them, I think. Yeah, no, it can cause more issues than.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't think they need to be over rugged, particularly if they're not clipped out.
No.
And so we've been quite lucky. We've managed to ride them 3 times this week. Saturday, Sunday and Wednesday, which has been really, really good. But on Saturday we took them out and they were a little bit fresh.
Bree was
fresh. An exciting ride,
and it was the last day of No Stirrup November as well.
That's right.
So Sophie's been making me ride without any stirrups.
I hid the stirrups,
and it's gone from being quite challenging. Well, no, it's not. I wouldn't say challenging is the right word. Towards the end, because we didn't start small. We started big. We went straight for it with the full ride.
Yeah, a 7-kilometre hack.
Yeah, by the end of that, my thighs were a little bit sore, and I was struggling to sit to the trot, and I was feeling like I was bouncing around and having to hold on to the saddle.
Yeah.
And then we got better, I think. But then we had to have. With the weather, we had about a week off, didn't we? Or maybe we might have been even getting on for 2 weeks off. And then we went back on. Yeah. And they were full of beans.
And they were full of beans. They were a bit sassy.
Yeah.
So we had an exciting ride.
We did. I was, what's the word? Holding on very tightly. Holding myself. If she'd have done anything, I would have been off out the side door, I think. But although she was naughty, she was a good naughty and didn't do anything silly.
It. They were good naughty, so they were sharp and they were fresh, but they didn't do anything that was actually going to really unseat us. So it was very lucky. We were very, very lucky. But that was a good fun ride. And then they seemed to be back to normal the next day.
I don't know what caused that, actually.
Yeah, well, it was a little bit windy. They were a little bit fresh. I don't know. Yeah, I think you do get days like that, don't you?
Both of them on their toes. So
and then
good.
So now we're riding with our stirrups again, which feels a bit strange.
Yeah, she keeps taking her feet out.
Yeah, I have to take my feet out of the stirrups and just lengthen my leg down. I like that feeling now, so that's really good. Although I've got to admit that it is nice to do rising trot and to go for a canter and to just get your weight off the horse's back a bit. That is really nice. So I like doing that. Yeah. So and then we've got a busy week ahead of us. So
we have
tomorrow evening we are going to Glebe Equestrian in Bronington near Whitchurch for a equine car boot. So we're going there and we're taking a few things that we will try and sell, a few secondhand things. And we're also going to promote Tack Up and Ride with Me, the online riding club. So we'll have a few flyers and a few freebies to give away as well there. We'll have our spinning Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
So that you can win some merch.
Spin to win.
Yeah, spin to win. And we'll have the merch there. And then on Friday, we are going to Radford's Equestrian at Lannamonnock to do a Christmas fair. And again, we're going to have our...
Oh, we ought to get some tinsel and stuff.
Oh, yes. Fair. Yeah. So we need to take our tinsels to that.
Or maybe Christmas hat. Oh, God, I'm going to have to go and find these things.
I think Christmas hat might be mandatory. Yeah, I think...
God, these last minute things.
These last minute things, I hadn't given that any thought. I thought about the merch, thought about the spinning wheel, thought about the table and the banner, and the flyers,
and the chairs, and
all the things that we might need. But yes,
but not the Christmassy stuff.
I think we need the Christmassy stuff. I think that might be really essential. So we'll be there on Friday night as well, promoting Tack Up and Ride with Me, and also looking at all the other local
that's what
businesses.
I'm most excited about.
Yeah,
hopefully try and get some Christmas shopping done, because I have done not a lot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I've been quite good. I've ordered a few nice things so far, but there is
for you or for
me.
kids?
Well, that's what you've got to be careful of, isn't it? Is that you look at things and you think, oh, I quite like that. I quite like that for me. So I've been looking at horsehair jewellery because Crunchy, my old horse, passed away in 2022, and I've actually still got a big part of his tail that I've never done anything with.
Well, we've got a nice Chloe got a nice bracelet for Scooby's tail made into a bracelet. So
you have got a nice bracelet,
haven't you?
So I found a local company in Shrewsbury who are making some resin pendants. So I've posted some off to them. So I'm really looking forward to that. Just having it. So it's just a resin pendant with a sort of silver chain with some hair kind of swirled around in it. So
that'd be nice.
I'm that is Epoxy Edith. If you want to follow her on Instagram. I'm
trying to think of the place where we got Chloe's done. I can't remember what it's called. Oh well, it will come to me at some point. We can do it again.
It's a nice bracelet. Yeah. So so that's the week that we've got lined up ahead of us, and on Friday as well. Of course, we've got Lesson on a Hack coming out inside the riding club. So inside Tack Up and Ride with me, we've got some audio lessons, and this Friday is
here we go.
Our Lesson on a Hack.
Our assistant has
our beautiful
tail end jewelry. That was it. Tail end jewelry, and they did a lovely. They do lots of things actually, but yeah, really nice. So
lovely. Yeah. So, how are you getting on with your tack cleaning, Claire?
Okay.
Tack cleaning.
Tack cleaning, Claire.
Tack cleaning.
So
mine is this is a anatomical bridle. It's a Micklem style bridle.
I'm just cleaning this. I'm going to take this with us tomorrow. This saddle, my Captain Master's adjustable saddle, will go with us tomorrow to be sold.
Yeah.
So that looks all a bit better.
Yeah, great. So, anything else on our?
I don't think so. Just get through to Christmas now, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
I think this is the push.
here's the charm that we got, and we can show it up to the camera. So they do charms as well, which is a picture of Scooby.
Is that the charm that came with the bracelet?
Yeah,
lovely.
They do charms and different things. So
great, fabulous. So thank you for joining us in the tack room this week. This is going to be a weekly podcast. So we'll see you next time. And we're very excited to invite some people onto our podcast and cover lots and lots of different horsey topics. And we'll see you next week for another tack room chat where we're going to catch up with what we've been doing, where we are with the winter.
And getting ready for Christmas.
And getting ready for Christmas. So we'll see you there.
See you. Bye.